Georgia and this is The Sound of Georgia. And it's May! Which means it's Lerner and Loewe month. So the next few videos will be all about My Fair Lady and Camelot and all that sort of thing. I'm sorry there wasn't a video last week. May also means Star Wars Day. And after spending the entire day watching the movies, I was left in a bit of a Star Wars hangover and I just didn't feel like filming. But anyway, we're back now. And today I'm going to be ranking the songs in Camelot. As I said, Lerner and Loewe month. So I did a video the other week where I ranked all the songs in My Fair Lady. And today I'm going to do that with Camelot, the other big Lerner and Loewe show. But today we're going to be going the opposite direction. For My Fair Lady I went from my favourite to my least favourite. So today I'm going to go from my least favourite to my favourite. And like My Fair Lady, there are a few in here that I can't necessarily choose between. So I've given them a specific number, but the one before it and the one after it could very well be in that same spot, and I like them very much the same as each other. Camelot also turned 60 this year, and so there will be a Today in Julie Andrews history video at some point this year. But for now, we're just sticking with the songs. So there are 17 songs I'm going to be going through, because that's what's on the track list for the version of the album that I have on iTunes. And at number 17 we have Parade. I don't even know whether I really should count this one, because it's just instrumental. Which is pretty much why it's at the bottom of this list. Regardless how wonderful a piece of music is, I usually need lyrics to really connect with it. At number 16 I have Follow Me. Honestly, I can't really even remember what this one's about because I barely ever listen to it. And I think this one also got chopped from the film. Not that I particularly like the film. I've only seen it once and I don't really think that I'll see it again. On top of being one that I just don't really listen to, the singer's voice also just isn't the sort of voice I like. I don't know how to properly explain it, but the singer's voice is one that I think was fairly common back in the 50s. She sounds a bit like Mary Martin in that's sort of the style of voice she has, and that doesn't do much for me. They're not bad singers, not by a long shot, but their voices just don't do all that much for me. Number 15 and then 14 are If Ever I Would Leave You and How to Handle a Woman, respectively. So If Ever I Would Leave You is number 15 and then How to Handle a Woman is number 14. And I said them together because they're about the same. The Guinevere, Arthur, Lancelot love triangle is complicated. And the songs are the boys singing about their relationship with Guinevere. I think I probably prefer How to Handle a Woman a little better, just because I like Arthur, and particularly Arthur's songs, better than Lancelot's. How to Handle a Woman's a bit more reflective than If Ever I Would Leave You. At number 13 I have Fie on Goodness. I don't know why I like this one as much as I do. And I know it's weird saying as much as I do because it is towards the bottom of this list. But there always seems to be one of those songs in a show that you don't know why you like it as much as you do. Because it feels like you shouldn't. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but for Camelot, this is that sort of song. Maybe it's because everybody's so invested and so passionate by the end of the song. Number 12 is C'est Moi. Lancelot's big I Want song. It's a very good song, but as I said, Lancelot isn't my favourite in this show. And I know it's kind of weird saying that Lancelot isn't my favourite in this show when I haven't seen the show. But from what I know about the story, as well as watching the movie, as well as all the times I've listened to it, Lancelot is not my favourite. And he's so cocky in this one. And yes, I'm certain that's where Lynn got Lafayette's line in Aaron Burr from. Lynn is a very big Camelot fan, I know that much. Moving on, number 11 and number 10 are Before I Gaze at You Again and I Loved You Once in Silence. This is kind of the same situation as If Ever I Would Leave You and How to Handle a Woman. They're Guinevere's two, well, they're not her two biggest ones, but they're her two big, slow love songs. And though they are very beautiful songs, there are a lot more songs that do a lot more for me. Putting together these sort of lists makes me realise that a lot of the time, slow songs I think are just okay. I get far more emotional with things when I'm actually seeing things. There's not really a song that makes me cry when I'm just listening to it. Like in Hamilton, when I'm just listening to Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story, I don't cry. But there is one particular animatic video that makes me sob every time I watch it. So when I have something visual, the songs get more emotional. And in this case, I don't. At number 9, I have The Simple Joys of Maidenhood. And this one's just amusing because we see Guinevere get so frustrated. At the beginning and then during the choruses, she's very calm and collected. But at the other point, she's basically screaming. And she doesn't want to be married off to Arthur. Of course, things change a little in the next song, but we'll get to that. Probably my favourite bit is when she goes, and from now on I intend to pray to someone else instead. Now at 7 and 8, I have Camelot, and then Camelot Reprise, or the finale one. These ones I almost consider them the same song. I mean, obviously they're ages apart. One of them's the finale and the other's very, very early on. As I said before, and in the My Fair Lady video, there are some songs that I pretty much can't choose between and they're kind of equal, so there's 2 or 3 of them that I love just as much as each other. These ones are more equal. Yeah, I know that kind of goes a bit against the definition of equal, but these ones are a little bit inseparable for me. And as I said, things change for Guinevere after The Simple Joys of Maidenhood, because this is the very next song, where Arthur's telling her all the good things about Camelot, and there are some very cool lines. And then right before the finale, we have the next song on my list, number 6, Guinevere. This is one of those songs that has a little story of its own throughout it, and I really like that about it. But I think the other reason I really like it is the beat. And this is pretty much where the Guinevere, Arthur, Lancelot love triangle comes to a head. And I do actually like how we see both the boys' relationship with Guinevere in this song. If you've heard the song, you know what I mean. So now we're moving up to number 5, and the rest of these songs are just funny and amusing. And as I've discovered through writing these lists, I really like those sort of songs. Obviously because my 5 top songs, which is about a third of the songs in the entire show, are very bouncy, funny and amusing. And at number 5 we have Take Me to the Fair. What I love most about this one is actually Julie singing it. Back in a video I made way back, where I talked about all the musicals I want to see, I actually played a clip of Julie singing this song, and then Vanessa Redgrave singing this song in the movie, and just how different it was. The best part about this song for me is how quick some of the lines are, because you really have to have a voice to pull that off, which is why when they have to slow it down, like they did with Vanessa Redgrave, it's a little disappointing. But the knights telling Guinevere how they're going to take down Lancelot is also very amusing. Number 4 would be The 7 Deadly Virtues. Yeah. Mordred basically pops out of nowhere halfway through the musical. And this is his big intro song. This is a really short one, but it's just hilarious. We love hilarious villains. Some of the lines in this song are just hilarious in how genius they are. Like we have Unstatusing My Quo and Beelzebubble Burst. This one's just really funny. Also, just as a bit of a trivia, Roddy McDowall played Mordred in the original Broadway cast, so the one Julie was in, and he had been in My Friend Flicker many years earlier, and he was kind of Julie's celebrity crush. She talks in her memoir about having seen My Friend Flicker and basically falling in love with Roddy, and she used to write up all these deeds about all the houses they owned and all the horses they had. And so when she finally met Roddy, when they were doing the show, apparently she said, we're kind of married. I just always thought that was really funny. So number 3 is I Wonder What the King is Doing Tonight. This is like 7 Deadly Virtues in that some of the lines are just brilliant and hilarious. Like father, like son, I guess. And this one got a bit meta backstage as well, because Richard Burton was playing Arthur, and he was very much a ladies' man. song became known as a bit of a joke behind the scenes as "I wonder who the king is screwing tonight." Answer: it's not Julie. He once told Julie that she was the only leading lady he had that he'd never slept with. To which she said, "Well, don't tell them that, it'll give me the worst reputation." This one's also really cool because it shows how Arthur is not infallible. He says in the song that he's scared about getting married, and that's why he's kind of disappeared for the moment. So it's a really good look at his character, and it's still brilliant. Number 2. The Lusty Month of May. This is what I mean when I say it's Lerner and Loewe month. This is like Take Me to the Fair, in that one of the best things about this song is how Julie sings it. This one's really amusing, not just because it's funny, but because it's bizarre. The lines are brilliant. Actually, the lines in all of these songs are brilliant. And this song just makes you want to throw your hands up in the air and go, screw it. And like Take Me to the Fair, it's got some of the lines that are really, really cool if they're sung by the right person. Not Vanessa Redgrave. Julie just nails this song. And finally, that leaves us with number 1. What do the simple folk do? This is my ringtone. Enough said. This is also the song that got Julie the part of Mary Poppins. I will link a video of Julie and Richard Burton singing this song in the down below because it's brilliant. I guess it's not inherently funny the way the other 4 in my top 5 are, but it is really awesome. And like I said a bit before, things mean more to me when I have something visual. And when I think of this song, I think of that video more than I think of just the song itself. After all, it was this performance that got her Mary Poppins, so it's gotta be good. And there's a part in it that's perfect for a ringtone. And that's everything I've got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what is your favourite song from Camelot, and how awesome is that performance of Julie and Richard Burton. And have you seen Camelot? Either the stage version or the movie version. I really wish they'd got Marnie Nixon to dub Vanessa, but c'est la vie. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my video next week. So long, farewell!